Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So let's continue the best Max Lux by element, the top 10. And then, yeah, nothing I love talking about more than Max Lux, so yeah, these are fun for me. Alright, so let's look at the water Max Lux. And then, again, I'll be doing from 10 to 1. I will not be including the limited time drop monsters, since there's a separate video for them. But I will be including impossible monsters, so. Alrighty. First, let's go to number 10. This is Tiger Eye. And yeah, she is that type of Max Luck that I love, with super high hit points, super high speed, and the Blast Bump combo. And actually, she may be kind of low priority to make, since there are so many other good water Max Lux of no gravity barrier. But I personally really like her, so I just squeezed her into that last spot on the list. And then I used her for Izanami, mostly. She's a good partner for Bishamonten because of the Blast Bump combo. And then the very high hit points kind of made the team more stable as well. And yeah, she's not very difficult to make at all. I have another video up about using Deer Latte and then some Meteor Strike shots against Tiger, so yeah, that can speed up your, speed up your farming. But yeah, her and then her X version, I both recommend. Okay, so that was number 10. Number 9, this is kind of a left field pick, but this is Joker Ascension. And then a lot of people, they feel that Lilith is the best water no warp Max Luck, extreme Max Luck. But I really like Joker as well. Because he has a Slayer that is actually useful. There are mechs all over the place, and so yeah, his Slayer can come in very handy lots of different places. He has pretty good stats. They're very comparable to Lilith. His strike shot, unfortunately, is not very good. It's just a laser, and it doesn't even have the homing, so it's not great. But his bump combo is pretty good for a drop monster, which is the homing destruction 8. You don't see that very often, but it does do a lot of damage, so yeah, Joker. I can't even tell what's going on with this guy here. Alrighty, so number 8 is Dax Evolution, and then he is another character from the Mythos quests, so he's very easy to get, and he's very easy to make a Max Luck. I use this guy a ton in the beginning. I made like a Max Luck Hydra and Surudol, and I did the first, maybe third of Izanami using this guy. He's pretty darn good. His stats are not very high, but he does have the Blast Bump combo, and then yeah, really that's all I can say about him. He looks cool, he's easy to make, good Max Luck for beginners, so yeah. Okay, next, number 7. Number 7 is a tie, I would say. That is Marie Antoinette. And then both of her Evolution and Ascension versions are worth using. The Evolution here, stats are pretty low, but she does have her greatest characteristic is her strike shot, which is a 16-turn Meteor Strike shot. That is very fast for a meteor. It's almost half of the kind of the max strength one. The thing about this is that the attack is very low. And so it's used mostly just for clearing little guys. But yeah, you can use the strike shot 2, maybe even 3 times during the course of a mission, and then use it to clear the field of little guys. So yeah, this Evolution version I would say is very fun to use. And then, yeah, as you can see, she has critical, which is pretty rare for a Pierce type. So yeah, she's got some things going on. And then I would say the less fun version, but the more stable version of Marie Antoinette is the Ascension. She has better stats, and then she also has a Fiend Slayer, which makes her great against like Bahamut and other guys. And then bump combo's better. And then Strike Shot, it's just the does extra damage through the weak point. But in my experience, it doesn't add that much more. But yeah, you could think of her as kind of an upgrade over Dax. Yeah, better stats and better bump combo, better strike shot. Alright, so that was my double entry for number 7. Number 6, I would say, is Lilith. I spoke about her briefly when talking about Joker. Stats are very similar to Joker, and yeah, one of maybe the best Null Warp Extreme Max Luck for water. She has an easy-to-use bump combo, the vertical laser, which does pretty decent damage. But the main reason to use her is her strike shot. And yeah, it's a 30-turn Meteor strike shot, which means it's very much on the strong side. And then I believe it has a chance to stun, or to make guys sleep. So yeah, that can be pretty great. Alrighty, so that was number 6. Number 5 is Bahamut X. And he is unusual in that he has Minesweeper. There aren't a lot of drop monsters with Minesweeper. So any monster with that is very, very desirable. So yeah, very high HP and attack. And then he has Demon's Bane, which always helps to have a Slayer in there. He's got a one-way laser, which I love, which is very strong. And then he too has the Meteor Strike Shot, which also has a chance to make the enemies go to sleep. Yeah, and then this guy, just like Fenrir X, you can just get one of the X version and then fuse just regular ones into there to make max luck. Okay. Number 4 is Okita Ascension. And yeah, she has kind of low stats, but her ability set is terrific. She's a Pierce with null damage wall, and then she also has Mech Slayer. And yeah, there are mechs all over the place, so that Slayer comes in handy, again, just like Joker. And then, yeah, decent bump combo. And then a strike shot, which turns her into a bounce type. And then, yeah, this strike shot can be a little tricky to use, or know when to use it correctly. But yeah, you want to use it when you want to take advantage of her speed. She seems like her speed goes up way more when she's a bounce type. And then also it works great when she's stuck in between a wall and, like, say, a boss or somebody, so. Okay, yeah, used her a bunch. I'm still using her a bunch. Okay, number 3 overall is Queen Butterfly. And yeah, she's got very high stats, a very versatile skill set, Flight and Null Gravity Barrier, which lets her go to quite a few different impossible missions, actually. And then, yeah, decent bump combo, decent strike shot, but nothing to write home about. But yeah, I'm still using her a lot. In fact, I try not to use her when I can, just because I do use her that much. Okay, number 2, Water Max Luck would be Yamato Takeru. And yeah, there's going to be some debate about this. Some people would say he's number 1, but I'm going to put him at number 2. Kind of because he has low stats, his HP and his speed are pretty low. And then another thing, a personal thing that I have against him, is that his null damage wall is on the gauge. And then all impossible drop monsters, they have a gauge that is slightly different, slightly faster than your regular gauge. So yeah, I miss it once in a while, and every time I do, I hit the damage wall and I lose the mission, so. I have a personal vendetta against Yamato Takeru, but if you use him correctly, he is very, very strong. Yeah, he's got the double null ability, so he can go to all different kinds of places. And then he has a very strong strike shot, where he becomes a Pierce type. When he was first released, people were like, oh, what a boring strike shot, you know, it's not that powerful. But actually, yes, it is very powerful. Especially when you can get, you know, back and forth through the boss's weak point. You can do well over 1,000,000 damage easily. And then the main reason to use him is for his bump combo. It's the lock-on one-way laser. I'm pretty sure he was the first character to get the lock-on one-way. And yeah, he is a power type, but the strength of the laser is not as low as a typical power type's one-way laser, so that's pretty cool. I am slowly working on his max luck. We'll get him there someday. Alright, and then the number 1 water max luck is going to be Bishamonten. And yeah, her stats are decent, but it's her skill set that makes her number 1 in my eyes. And then just like Izanami, she has the super duper versatile skill set of null warp and null gravity barrier. So she can go to a whole ton of missions. But she's also a Pierce, which is pretty rare for that skill set combo. She also has a Meteor Strike Shot, and her being a Pierce makes it very easy for her to hit exactly who she wants to hit. And then she has the Tag Laser as her bump combo, which is the most powerful laser bump combo. It's tricky to use because it only goes in the direction that you hit her, but with practice you can get a lot of good use out of it. I certainly have. Yeah, she was terrific for me to finish off my max luck of Izanami because of her skill set and her bump combo and her strike shot. So yeah, that's my number 1 water max luck. Alright, and I think that does it for water. Other honorable mentions are... I guess Nurari Hyung, but he's only really good for Izanami. If you have other guys, like, you know, Queen Butterfly or something, then you don't really need Nurari Hyung. He's more for experts because he's good for the pinch shot. Okay, I think that'll do it. Thanks for watching. Take care.